We don't put too much thought into the size of things as we go about our day-to-day lives. In fact, our modern routines can often lull us into thinking that our world is very small, and we are in control of it. The reality, however, is that all over the world there are massive creatures and objects that would make us feel like a tiny by comparison.
Where am I?
This list is full of those things, and we are sure that seeing it is going to rock your world and reshape how you see much of your day-to-day reality. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos. Most people haven't seen a gorilla in real life, and even when they do get to see one, they can't get a good look at it because they are not too close enough for a good comparison. This person, however, got a rare opportunity to get super close to this gorilla just to compare their hands. This photo also reminded us of Harambe. Anyway, this photo also shows the many similarities that humans have with gorillas. One of the things that set them apart is the use of opposable thumbs. Isn't it a stunning sight? Most people may have seen a moose only in movies, but the sight of this majestic animal is one you can't forget. It is because in movies and animations they don't really show the true size of a moose or other animals. We find cars to be big and heavy, but here they look like nothing compared to the moose. It is pretty amazing stuff. If you ever get to see a moose for real, don't go near it for a comparison photo. What movies have shown us is that sharks are predators and they love to eat humans. And although it is not the same case with whales, most humans don't really know that much about them. So, here is a photo of a person next to a whale's skull. It is quite the eye-opener, right? And just look at the eye sockets. They are humongous in comparison to the human body. Some may think that this is photoshopped, but whales this big do exist. By the way, the blue whale is the largest animal on Earth. It can reach a maximum length of 98 feet, 29.9 meters, and 190 tons. A majority of people who have seen stingrays think that this cartilaginous fish related to sharks comes only in a small size. Even the stingrays we see in aquariums are quite small. But here's a picture of a giant freshwater stingray, one of the largest freshwater fish in the world. Interestingly, a giant freshwater stingray weighing about 800 pounds was caught in Thailand on the Mekong River by American TV nature conservationist Jeff Corwin. It was about 8 feet wide and 14 feet long. It looks impressive and a little bit scary as well. As we live in an advanced world, we have distanced ourselves from the wild. This means that even looking at any wild animal can excite us. So, this person found a fascinating creature out there. A coconut crab that was trying to open garbage can. Most of us are not used to seeing such large creatures. So, if you come across a coconut crab trying to find something in your trash, don't try to disturb it. You might have seen this in the history books. And it comes up in so many pop culture references as well. But have you ever conceptualized how big it is? Well, you can get a pretty clear idea when a person stands next to it. As it is an iconic monument, it makes sense that it would be significant. This is one of those photos that terrifies you but also gives you goosebumps thinking about the experience of being so close to a saltwater crocodile. You may have imagined the huge size of an elephant because you can go near it and even ride it in some parts of the world. But that's not the same with a crocodile, because going near it increases your chances of getting snatched, and riding it can mean just one thing: no chance of survival. This lady wanted to see a saltwater crocodile up close and look at how big it is. The jaws alone look like a relatively small person. This beast is harrowing, and now we know why it didn't go extinct like many other animals. Although humans have made big strides in space exploration, we can't really compare anything to it. Here is how a comet from space would look when compared to the city of Los Angeles. We can be thankful that nothing like this comet is heading towards us, and hopefully it never does. Just to get an idea about it, you can watch movies on how the world comes close to an end due to an approaching comet. They are fun, and maybe you'll have a new perspective on life. We compared people with a lot of bigger things, but what happens when you compare tall people with other things? If you somehow don't know who this is Shaquille O'Neal, a former professional basketball player. So, now you know why comparing him to a chicken wing was the best choice. An average-sized chicken wing doesn't look so small. But in the hand of Shaq, a chicken wing looks like a toothpick. You may have seen spectacular videos of an eagle catching fish out of the water in full flight. There are many videos of eagles hunting, and there are even stories of eagles carrying off human babies. The later one has not been documented. Nevertheless, eagles have the power to carry heavy prey and fly off with it. And just to make it clear, eagles don't hunt humans, but they can seriously injure a human if they feel threatened. So, if you find an eagle somewhere, don't go near it out of curiosity. Not seeing too many animals may have led us to believe that they are not really all that big. For instance, most of us watch animals on National Geographic or other TV channels and not in real life. Take the example of a camel. They are actually bigger than we expected. Do you think a horse is big? Well, camels are way bigger than an average horse. Of course, camels have humps that make them appear much larger as well. But look at this one. The head of this camel alone is the size of the girl's torso. If you haven't watched the movie Titanic or know about its history, then we are giving a spoiler warning. It was the largest ship afloat at the time. On its maiden voyage across the ocean, the ship hit an iceberg and sank, killing more than 1,500 died of the estimated 2,224 passengers and crew aboard. It was so huge at that time, but it is strange that the ship is dwarfed by many of today's modern ships. Although the bison is native to the United States, not many people know a lot about this beautiful animal. Did you know that the bison is the largest mammal in North America? A male bison can be as tall as 6 feet and weigh about 2,000 pounds. So, here we just compared bison's head with the entire guy. How crazy is that, right? There are approximately 10,000 bison in America. It is a beautiful animal that is not only big but fast as well. It can easily run up to 35 miles per hour. First of all, this is not the new Jabba the Hutt. This is a famous giant elephant seal named Minozzo who lives in Japan's Enoshima Aquarium. It is the most famous elephant seal in the world. Japanese people love him. In fact, a Japanese musician even did a 2-volume concept album on this celebrity. If you get a chance, would you shake hands with this gentle giant? We have to admit that we thought wombats are like koalas and can't get too big. But we were so wrong. This cutie pie is big and beautiful. And just look at its face. How can someone resist the temptation to hug it? Why does it look like the wombat is a panda by nature? Do keep in mind that wombats are known to be adorable and docile, but they can be aggressive when they feel threatened. NASA launched the car-sized rover Curiosity in 2011 as a part of its Mars Science Laboratory mission. It landed on Mars on August 6, 2012. Did you know that it cost $2.5 billion to make it? The purpose of Curiosity is to explore the climate surrounding the planet and check out other things like the role of water. It has been on Mars for 2,889 days and counting. NASA is already planning another rover to carry different scientific instruments. So, this is how Curiosity looks when it is put next to a person. We are sure most people standing near it would be curious to know more about it.